Hi, my name is Jara and I am here to talk to you more about the BSP Free Clinic. We want to participate in the Game Changer grant, and we want to talk to you about what this clinic is about, what we do, share with you some stories, and we hope that you love us as much as we love what we do here and how we change our community and participate in an inclusive and equal treatment for everyone. So I want to read to you something that it's very kind of dry in terms of what we do, but then I'm gonna go through the doors of the clinic and introduce you to some people and share with you stories about how we do what we do and what makes it possible. So here I'm gonna share with you the mission. And before our mission, we have a little kind of meditative prayer or sentences that I want to share with you, and it is, may we have eyes to see those who are rendered invisible and excluded, open arms and hearts to reach and include them, healing hands to touch their lives with love, and in the process, heal ourselves. And I think that that is exactly what we do here. Our mission statement and purpose is that the BSP Free Clinic, Benevolent Specialist Project Free Clinic, is dedicated to providing consultative, diagnostic, and therapeutic healthcare services to low-income uninsured patients living in and around the Dane County area of South Central Wisconsin who are referred by primary care providers. These services are provided by volunteer specialty trained clinicians. So that is, in a small sentence, what we are. Now I am going to show you where we practice and our staff. So we are here. We are going to come in and see part of our staff. So here in the entrance, you can find right away, this is Meta, one of our volunteer interpreters and schedulers. This is our little kitchen. This is our waiting area. And there is Patty.
Hello.
She works our magic. And there, sitting in that amazing corner, is our manager, Trisha Levenhagen.
Hello.
And here is another of our interpreters, our amazing Madeline. So we are here backstage
Where the magic happens.
where the magic happens.
Where we care for our patients.
Yes,
The exam
and
room.
this is Trisha Levenhagen, and we are going to talk to you a little bit of more about how things are done here. So Trisha, can you share with us like how the patients get here, like what kind of patients we see?
Yep. We see patients from all over southern Wisconsin. Our patients are referred to us from various free clinics from around the state, in the southern part of the state. All of our patients come to us by referral only. Our patients have to meet the income requirement, which is 250% of the poverty level, and our patients will be seen as long as they have absolutely no insurance. Many of our patients are very, very hardworking patients. They're unfortunately just not offered the luxury of having insurance. So we have an amazing crew who comes to take care of our patients. They are volunteer physicians at different health facilities around the Madison area. We have about 40 plus doctors who come. Most of them come each month to volunteer their time to care for our patients. We have 30 nurses that come to give their time to help our patients as well. And of course, because about 73% of our population does not speak English, we have to have Spanish interpreters as well. So we have about 10 dedicated interpreters who come and volunteer their time as well. Without them, we would not be able to do what we do because of the high population of Spanish-speaking patients.
And did you say that all of these were volunteers?
They're all volunteers. These people with huge hearts come in and they give their busy time to these patients who need us the most. These patients, many of them live in poverty. They don't have much. And they come in and we welcome them with a big smile and caring hands to make sure that they are heard and they get the care that they need.
That's awesome. I mean, and that's what's one of the reasons why I love the BSP Free Clinic. I came here by chance, and I don't ever want to leave because what we do here is really amazing work. Amazing work with people that are amazing too. Like we have some stories about how the BSP Free Clinic is more than just a place where you go to get medical care, but that it's also like involved in the community. Like I remember I mean, we have many stories, but one of the stories I remember is the story where we have a lot of the patients that don't speak English, that speak Spanish, and have for that we have interpreters. Develop a very special relationship with the interpreter when they are inside of the exam room. And sometimes they reveal information to the interpreters that are not what they necessarily reveal to the doctor. So I remember being inside one of the interpreting sessions, and the doctor was talking, you know, very casually about sunscreen. The doctor said, hey, you cannot go and take more sun because it might get worse. What you have might get worse, and you can get more spots in your skin. And he was saying yes with the head, and then after the doctor went out of the room, he asked me what was sunscreen.
The patient did not know what sunscreen was.
Didn't know what sunscreen was. And as amazing as that would seem, and incredible that might seem, I mean, this patient lived in the middle of the desert in Mexico, so he knew what the sun was, but he didn't know what sunscreen was. So I provided like education and materials to help him get sunscreen. And so that is one of the things that we also do here. Like we identify some of the needs of the patients and help them navigate the health system and help them get access to what they need. Like another thing, for example, about Hispanic patients is that we like to take care of our family. We don't like like getting them into a car and having them go on their own to an appointment, for example. And some of them doesn't have the means to accompany their family to appointments. So what I have discovered is that we can provide transportation services for these patients, and older patients can get transportation, and we just talk with the family. so that they agree with this, and we have been able to provide services of transportation for older patients that don't speak the language, that don't know how to navigate even the state, what the state has available for patients and for older people. And that is how we help our community.
A couple more stories that come to mind that, I think back to these few patients and I think, the work we do. One patient came in who was a hardworking individual. He owned his own business, and he had not gone to the doctor, number one, because he had no insurance, and number two, he was too busy with his work to make the time to even go to the appointment at any healthcare facility. So this man came in and he had a huge tumor on his the side of his knee, like his inner leg on the knee, and he could not wear pants because the tumor was so large. So in the dead of winter, he would wear shorts and he would wrap his knee and leg area, number one, so people couldn't see it, and number two, because it was so large, he could not, like I said, wear pants. So
could he walk?
He could walk, but he had a very hard time sleeping because, being in the position to sleep, it was hard to lay down. So this tumor was really taking over his comfort level in life, not to mention the fear of really how bad it was. So the dermatologist was able to meet with this patient. She was able to send in a biopsy of the tumor. And in the end, we were able to transfer him to another healthcare facility where he could have surgery to remove the tumor, and also because unfortunately it did have cancer cells in it, the patient was able to receive treatment. So the patient initially was going to hold off one more time on getting the care that we had recommended because he didn't want to let down his clients and didn't want to take off of work. But we took the time to explain to him that, he needed to take care of his medical concern before he could really work long term and help the clients that he was working with. Another story, recently we had a patient come in with rectal bleeding and abdominal pain. We sent him on to after the consultative services he received here, we sent him on for further testing at one of the healthcare facilities in the area, and turned out, unfortunately, he has stomach cancer. So we were so glad that we were able to see this patient in our clinic, to get the ball rolling for him, to give him a diagnosis, and in the end get the treatment that he needs to take care of his own health concern. So those are just a few examples of the type of cases that we see at this clinic. These patients go many, many years without any medical care, so sometimes by the time they come and see us, they are...
Things have progressed.
Things have progressed, yep. So, we are a very unique free clinic. There are plenty of free clinics in southern Wisconsin. However, we're unique because we only see specialty care, or we give specialty care. So we have patients who come in for neurological issues all the way down to podiatry issues, which would be the feet. So we see everything in between from head to toe, and we have these amazing volunteer clinicians who come in to see our patients.
Yeah. So how do you see that we are going to be using that Game Changer grant?
Oh my gosh. If we were able to get this grant, it would be a blessing, because we need the funding. We need funding so bad to keep the doors open. We have a lot of medical supplies that we need in our clinic to help continue to see these patients. We have operating expenses. We have 2 paid part-time employees and 1 part-time interpreter who we pay, so we have consistency in interpreter services, so we can be available for phone calls. We can have that person here all the time to help our 73% of our patient clientele consistently. We have rent to pay, but again, the medical supplies that we have to order each month, we definitely need donations to be able to continue to do that. So it would be, it would be much appreciated if you would consider our ask. We would be very thankful.
Yes, we will. Yes. You should give it to us. It's no-brainer.
Why not? We've got plenty of patients to see in the community who need us.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.